Hello everyone, welcome to Target45. My name is Jyoti. We are going to start coding series. As part of it, we are going to solve problems on patterns. Today is day 1 and day 1 problem is incrementing triangle pattern. We are going to solve this. And if you want to know what I am using Python online compiler. This is the best choice if you want to code online instead of tools like Visual Studio Code, PyCharm, Anaconda. You can directly browse for Python online compiler and you are good to go. So let's understand what this problem is about. So we have totally 5 rows and in each row we have some numbers getting printed. In the first row 1 is getting printed one time and in the second row 2 is getting printed twice. In the third row 3 times and the fourth row 4 times and in the fifth row 5 times. And if you see each row the same element is getting printed. How can we solve this? If we see, we need a for loop, that is for sure, and we have 5 rows, that is also sure. So we need to increment the for loop for 5 times. So what will happen if I print I? Will get the value of I printed as output. So instead of this, what we need, we want in each row print in such a way the I has to be printed that many number of times. But here, if you see, this I and this I is integer, and what we are getting? Multiplication. But we don't want multiplication of integer and integer. So what do we need to do? We need to make a simple change. Instead of this integer, if we convert this into a string, and if we print it, maybe our problem is solved. Yes, our problem is solved. This is just that simple. In the same way, if we go for alphabets, incrementing triangle pattern of alphabets, how can we do that? So even in this problem we have to use for loop and we have to print for 5 times because we have 5 rows and we need to print I. But here the problem is, what is a? What is a here? In ASCII table, what does a mean? A represent 64, 65 in ASCII. 66 is B, 67 is C, and this continues. How can we use ASCII numbers here? We have to use a function called chr. We can simply use chr function. Okay. So we have used chr function, but we have to tell to chr function the starting number is 64. With 64, we need to sum with I, so that for the first time it will be capital A, second time it will be capital B. Each time the for loop, inside the for loop, we can easily understand it is getting printed in the right way. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, this is the way we have to do for alphabets. In same way, if we want to print for stars, star pattern, inverted, incremented triangle pattern for stars, how can we do this? I think by now it is so easy because we need 5 rows and we have to print this. But what we have to print? We need to print the star symbol multiply by I. Here you go. This is just that simple. So today we have solved 3 programs which are quite simple in Python. If you want more number of coding problems like this, don't forget to subscribe to Target 45.